You're 8 years old. It's summer vacation, and for the first time in your life, you have complete freedom. No crowded Tokyo streets, no apartment buildings, no constant noise, just fields, forest trails, and your grandparents' old house sitting quietly beneath the summer sun. You spend the afternoon collecting rocks near the edge of the woods. The air smells like dirt and pine. Cicadas scream from the trees. Everything feels peaceful, safe. Then you hear a voice. Purr, purr, purr. At first, you think it's somebody calling for you. Maybe a farmer. Maybe another child. But the voice sounds wrong. Too deep. Almost masculine. Like a grown man trying to imitate a woman. You look up and immediately wish you hadn't. Because standing between the trees is a woman. Dressed completely in white. Long black hair hanging down around a grey, lifeless face. A wide hat hiding her eyes beneath a shadow. And she's impossibly tall. 8 feet tall. Maybe more. She isn't moving. She isn't speaking. She's just staring at you, smiling. Then, slowly, she takes a step backward into the forest. Still smiling. Still watching. And before she disappears, you hear it again. Purr, purr, purr. Tonight, we're going to talk about HACHISHAKUSAMA. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. So this story takes place during the summer of 1970. And there's this 8-year-old girl named Kana. She lives in Tokyo, but her parents have some business to take care of in the city, so they leave her with her grandparents for a few weeks in a small rural town called Aya, deep in Miyazaki Prefecture. And honestly, Kana loves it. To a kid from Tokyo, this place feels enormous. Her grandparents have a large property. There are fields, gardens, forest paths, streams, places to explore. Every day feels like an adventure. No schedules, no homework, just freedom. Then, on the second day after her parents leave, everything changes. Kana is near the edge of the forest collecting stones. Just normal kid stuff. The afternoon is warm. The sky is clear. Nothing feels unusual. Then suddenly, she hears a voice. Purr, purr, purr. The sound makes her stop immediately. Because she can't tell where it's coming from. It feels close. Too close. Almost like somebody is whispering. Directly beside her ear. Kana looks toward the trees. And that's when she sees her. A woman standing just beyond the tree line. Except, calling her a woman doesn't quite feel right. Because nothing about her looks normal. She's dressed entirely in white. Long black hair hangs around her face. Her skin is pale grey. And her smile looks completely wrong. Too wide. Too still. Almost frozen. But what terrifies Kana most is her height. The woman towers above everything around her. At least 8 feet tall. Maybe taller. For a few seconds, they simply stare at each other. Neither moving. Neither speaking. Kana wants to run. She wants to scream, but fear has frozen her completely. Then the woman slowly begins stepping backward. One step, then another, until she disappears into the forest. Kana runs all the way home. The moment she bursts through the door, she starts telling her grandmother everything she saw. At first, her grandmother seems confused. Then Kana repeats the sound. Purr, purr, purr. And immediately, the colour drains from her face. Her grandmother grabs Kana's arm, not gently, desperately, demanding details. What did she look like? How tall was she? Exactly what did she say? As Kana answers, her grandmother starts crying, real tears, the kind that come from genuine fear. The house immediately falls into panic. They try calling Kana's parents. No answer. Again, still nothing. It's as if time itself suddenly becomes the enemy. Then Kana's grandfather sits her down and explains something she's never heard before. The woman she saw is known as HACHISHAKUSAMA, the 8-foot woman. According to local legend, HACHISHAKUSAMA chooses people, usually children. She appears before them, lets them hear that strange sound. Purr, purr, purr. Then she leaves. And once somebody has been chosen, they disappear. Sometimes within days, sometimes sooner. But they never come back. Years earlier, local monks supposedly captured HACHISHAKUSAMA using sacred barriers, Jizo statues, ancient rituals. They trapped her inside an old shrine, or at least they thought they did. Because somehow she escaped. And now, according to Kana's grandparents, she had chosen Kana. That night, Kana is moved into the most secure room in the house. The windows are covered. Protective charms are placed around the walls. Bowls of salt sit in every corner. And her grandmother gives her one simple instruction. No matter what happens, do not leave this room. Do not open the door. Do not answer anyone, not even family. As darkness settles outside, Kana sits alone, terrified. Every creak of the house sounds like footsteps. Every gust of wind sounds like somebody breathing outside the walls. Hours pass. Then she hears her grandfather's voice, right outside the door, gentle, calm. He tells her she's safe. He says he's worried about her. He says he'll stay with her if she wants company. And for a moment, she almost opens the door, because it sounds exactly like him. Almost. But then she notices something strange. The voice sounds wrong somehow. Not different enough to explain. Just different enough to feel dangerous. Like somebody trying to imitate her grandfather. Slowly, Kana approaches the door. And that's when she notices the salt. The white salt in the bowls has started turning black. One bowl. Then another. Then another. As if something poisonous is spreading through the room. Then she hears it. Directly outside the door. Purr. 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 The same voice. The same sound. The same thing she heard in the forest. Only now, It's right outside, waiting. Kana backs away immediately, curls herself into a corner, and spends the entire night crying, listening, waiting, praying for morning to arrive. The next day, her parents finally arrive. They don't stay long. They don't ask questions. They simply pack her things and take her back to Tokyo immediately. And before she leaves, her grandparents tell her something heartbreaking. She can never come back. Not next summer. Not next year. Not ever. As long as HACHISHAKUSAMA remembers her, Miyazaki is no longer safe. Years pass. Kana grows up, builds a life, becomes an adult. But part of her never fully recovers from what happened. Because she loses something too. Her grandparents. The place she loved. Her childhood summers. All of it. Gone. Then one day, her grandfather dies. And she can't even attend the funeral. The risk is still considered too great. Imagine that. Losing someone you love and not being allowed to say goodbye because you're afraid something might still be waiting for you there. Then, decades later, the phone rings. It's her grandmother, older now, weak, dying from cancer. She tells Kana she wants to see her one last time, before it's too late, before she's gone. And who could say no to that? Kana reminds her grandmother what happened, reminds her why she can never come back. But her grandmother insists. So many years have passed. Surely it's over. Surely HACHISHAKUSAMA has forgotten. Surely whatever happened that summer stayed in the past. Then in the middle of the call, Kana hears something. Faint. Distant. Almost hidden beneath the static of the phone line.
Purr. Purr. Purr.
The same voice. The same sound. After all these years. Kana freezes. Her blood turns cold. The phone slips from her hand. And suddenly, she isn't an adult anymore. She's 8 years old again, standing at the edge of that forest, watching an impossibly tall woman smile from between the trees. Sleep tight tonight, guys. I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.
Purr. Purr. Purr.